Blessed be everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about how to get into the zone when you're doing magic and spell casting. So some people can get into the zone and get into trance and get into the state of feeling as if the desire has already happened or the wish fulfilled, and other people struggle with it a little bit. And it can be a struggle, particularly if you're doing for magic for something that maybe you haven't experienced before, but you don't really have anything in your past that can inform you of what that would really be like to have that thing and live that way. So we'll talk about that today. But before we do, I am Sandra from MysteryWitchSchool.com, author of Crafting Your Wiccan Path. If you want to know more about Wicca and witchcraft, magic, tarot and shadow work, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so that you don't miss any videos. If you want to know where to start your witchcraft practice, but you just don't know where's the best place to begin, and then all of the other stuff that I want to learn and that's out there to learn, how do I pace myself with that along the way? Take a look at my free video. It goes for about half an hour. It's called How to Start Your Witchcraft Practice. There is a link in the description field below this video. So today it's about how to get into that zone when it comes to doing magic. Some people just automatically get into the zone. They don't even have to think about it. It's just something they do. And the more you do magic, the easier it gets. But for a lot of people, this is a new thing. For a lot of people, you just don't know how to really get into that feeling of the magic happening and connecting to what will bring that result to you. Because it's more than just the herbs and the candles and the incense and all of those things. They're tools that help, but they're not where the real strong magic is. The magic's coming from you, of course. So you need to be attuned to the result that you're wanting. A lot of people use dance to get them into this zone. Now, there is research that's been done with regards to manifestation and even particularly healing and self-healing, where they've realized that you really need to get into at least an alpha wave state to be able to access these higher parts of consciousness or these higher parts of the brain and thinking and being able to connect to a higher state of consciousness. And so getting into that sort of little bit of a trance state can be helped by lots of different means. So a lot of people use dance as a way to get into that feeling, that trance state. Some people will just sway and chant. Some people will use drumming, so either doing drumming yourself or listening to a recording of some drumming while focusing on experiencing what it is you're wanting to experience as the result of the spell. But sometimes those things just aren't helpful, or those things, you're not in the mood to do those things, or you can't do those things. What other sort of things can you get to get into the zone? One of those ways is to really refresh yourself completely. When you go in to do your spell, you want to leave the mundane world away, outside of it all. You want to go in with a very fresh way of being. And one of the ways that you can do that is to imagine that you've just arrived here. Maybe you've just arrived from the other world, from another planet, or somewhere where you've been has been a place where you have the capacity to do anything. And you've arrived here on planet Earth for the first time, and the world is your oyster. You don't have any of the naysayers telling you that you can't do something or you shouldn't do something. You haven't got that programming in your subconscious mind that you would have grown up with that says that it's not possible for you, or that you can't have this, you're not good enough, yada, yada, yada. You've come here completely fresh. Completely clean slate. What would that feel like if you suddenly arrive here and you look around yourself and you see the beauty in the world, you see that connection to nature, you feel that connection to things, And you'd like to create something. You know, maybe it's a job, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's just some more money, maybe it's a house, maybe it's success in an exam, whatever it is that you're doing the magic for. And you know that just having arrived here as another being, that you have the potential to do that. And just sit in that feeling and get used to being in that feeling of being a newbie to planet Earth. But a newbie who has all of this awesome potential, because you haven't been caught up in all of the negativity of the human world on this planet. And feel what that feels like. It's very refreshing. It's a refreshing feeling. It's a feeling of being in a different state of awareness and being in a different state of being in yourself. And when you're doing this exercise, you're actually tuning into your truer self, because that true self does come from somewhere else, and that true self does have the ability to create on this planet, and the true self isn't influenced by all of the stuff the ego's been influenced by, such as the I'm not good enough, so I can't have, and people like us can't have this, or any of those programs. And just enjoy feeling what that's like before you go into doing your spell work. And then when you get used to being in that feeling of what it feels like to be totally fresh and totally new and totally full of potential, when you go in to do your spell work and you light the candles, everything's been set and you're ready now to focus on your intent, go into that state. Total newbie coming back into the world, you're using these tools to create a situation that you want to experience. And from that place, then imagine that you are in the situation that you want to be in. You're in that working environment that you want to be in. You're having that holiday in the place you want to have that holiday. What does it smell like? What do you hear? What are you seeing around you? It's like you're running a movie around you, and you're in the movie. It's important when you do magic work that you do it from first person, so that when you're experiencing the result, so you're experiencing working in that job, or you're experiencing having that holiday in that location, or you're experiencing driving that car, that you are actually experiencing it as if you were in that location doing it yourself. So it's not like you're watching a movie and you're watching yourself do it. You're actually the actor in the movie doing it, and the scene around you is the set of being in that location, or being in that car, or being in that work environment. But what you're doing when you do the first step, which is coming from a place of being new to the world, you're kind of avoiding all of the negative stuff that you may have been programmed with, that tells you you can't have a car like that, or people like us can't go to these locations and have a holiday, or whatever it is that you're doing magic for. You're kind of bypassing that. You're starting with a clean slate where anything is possible. And then you sit yourself in the situation that you want to experience. And just enjoy the feeling of it. Just feel what that feels like. And if you do start to get any of that negative programming coming in, such as, oh, I could never have this, or I can't see how that's going to happen, bring yourself back in as that alien, as that person, spirit being, whatever, who's just come here for the first time, who can do these things and wants to experience that in your reality. You could even imagine that you're creating a hologram, and that the hologram you're wanting to be in is what you're creating in that moment, in that spell work. And that's going to then be the real experience. Because we do live in a universe that is very much like a hologram. There's a lot of similarities between our reality and a holographic reality. So that's one of the things that you can use. A little tip that you can use. So if dance isn't working for you or can't work for you, if maybe mantra isn't your thing, or the spell doesn't really have anything that's got that sort of a rhythm to it, you're not using drumming, just put yourself in a new state of mind or state of being when you enter into the spell, and then experience what it's like for the wish fulfilled. Then while you're in that state, you can say your spell chant, if there is a chant. You can state your intention if you're doing a petition. You can then burn the petition, burn the materials, or make your magical bag or talisman or amulet as you being in that state. It will totally change the way you experience. And if you practice this regularly outside of your spellcraft, even if you're just going for a walk and you put yourself into that state that you've just arrived here and everything's new and everything's potential, it's going to change how you walk your way through life and how you walk your way through the world. It's going to totally change your perception and help you tune more into your intuition too, because this is a state that you can use to get you into your intuition. You can use this to do your tarot readings, to do divination. You can do this in your rituals. You can do this in your automatic writing. You can use this state, this being in this zone, for any activity that connects you to spirit, that connects you to magic, or that connects you to your intuition. It's going to help connect you to your higher self, because it's putting you back into your higher self again. So that's just one tip. If you want to learn Wicca and witchcraft with me, you can do that through the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. My big thing is about connecting to who you are, connecting to your higher self through magic, through the witchcraft path. And so there's a lot of exercises and processes that you can utilize to help you connect more with your spirit self, with your magic, with nature, and with the divine. And so the course is designed to help you do that over a 12-month period. So if you are interested in learning the craft in an environment with like-minded people, because there's a lot of other members in the course too, and we do meet twice a month over Zoom, then take a look at the Mystery Witch School 101 Academy. The link is in the description field below this video. If you like the video, hit the like button, share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm Sandra for mysterywitchschool.com. Blessed be.